Arcadian Vanguard presents The Wrestling News and your daily wrestling newscast for Sunday, February 18th, 2024. Good morning, I'm Mike Sempervive. We begin with some injury news. Gabe Kidd has been pulled from today's scheduled Rev Pro show in London due to an undisclosed injury. Kidd was slated to face off against Shingo Takagi on the undercard of Will Ospreay vs. Michael Oku, which main events Rev Pro's High Stakes 2024 show. Trent Seven will take Kidd's place in the match against Takagi. On Saturday, Rev Pro issued a statement apologizing for the substitution and noted that Kidd suffered the injury during a War Game-style cage match for New Japan Pro Wrestling in Osaka, Japan on February 11th. Julia Hart is also out of action until March, according to a report yesterday from Fightful. While the nature of Hart's injury is unknown, the report states that All Elite Wrestling doesn't expect the malady to keep her out of action for an extended period of time. Taking a look at World Wrestling Entertainment, the WWE's Road to WrestleMania House Show Tour made a stop last night at the Oakland Arena in Oakland, California. In the show's main event, Cody Rhodes defeated Shinsuke Nakamura in a street fight. WWE Intercontinental Champion Gunther fought Chad Gable to a no contest, which led to a six-man tag team match, which saw Gable team with the New Day's Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods to knock off Gunther, Giovanni Vinci, and Ludwig Kaiser. In other results, Carlito topped Austin Theory, Omos made quick work of Akira Tozawa, Nia Jax beat Maxine Dupree, Asuka knocked off Michin, and in the show opener, LA Knight defeated Solo Sikoa. Today's stop on the tour will be at the Save Mart Center in Fresno, California. Turning to Japan, the New Japan and CMLL Fantastica Mania 2024 tour rolled into the Makuhari Messe International Exhibition Hall on Saturday. The show featured the finals of a two-day tag team tournament featuring battles between factions. In the main event, Los Guerreros Laguneros, the team of Ultimo Guerrero and Stuka Jr., won the four-man tournament by knocking off the Los Depredadores team of Volador Jr. and Magnus. The semi-main event saw Los Ingobernables de Japon's Titan and Bushi finish in the tournament in third place by putting down the team of La Fuerza Poblana, Stigma, and Pegaso. Consisting of different tag team matches, yesterday's show also featured the successful New Japan debuts of CMLL Luchadoras, Yuvia and La Harachita, who defeated the Stardom tandem of Starlight Kid and Ruaka in the opening match. The Fantastica Mania tour continues today inside Tokyo's Korakuen Hall. Korakuen Hall played host to Stardom yesterday, who ran their Stardom in Korakuen 2024 event. The main event of the show saw Julia make the 9th defense of the New Japan Strong Women's Championship by turning back the challenge of Natsuko Tora in a no disqualification match. In the only other title match on the card, Hanan and Saya Ida retained their New Blood Tag Team title for the second time, defeating the team of Mei Sakurai and Chen Yoda. Also notable on the show was the in-ring return of Koguma, who had been out of action since November with an undisclosed injury. She teamed with Mayu Iwatani, Hazuki, and Yuzuki in a losing effort against Sayuri, Ami Sourei, Mirai, and Saki Kashima. In ratings news, TNA Wrestling on Access TV this past Thursday night pulled its lowest reported number since January 11th, with 86,000 overall viewers being reported by Spoiler TV. This is the first time in 3 weeks that TNA Wrestling numbers have been unearthed. The show finished 134th overall for the day amongst all shows on cable television, and was down nearly 17% from its finish on January 25th. The rating in the 18 to 49-year-old demographic for Thursday's show was a .02, equal to how they finished on January 25th. And before we leave you today, we'd like to remind you that however you consume your content, you can find the wrestling news 24 hours a day and 7 days a week across social media. On Twitter, follow us at Wrestling News AV. Our Facebook page is also Wrestling News AV. The Wrestling News can also be found on the Arcadian Vanguard YouTube page. And for those who utilize Amazon Echo devices, just tell Alexa to play the Wrestling News podcast. And remember to make sure you add podcast at the end. Once again, for daily updates, breaking news, and more, follow the Wrestling News across social media. And that's the news for today. If anything happens, we will be here to tell you about it. No clickbait, no paywall, just the Wrestling News. The Wrestling News is a division of Arcadian Vanguard, and the Wrestling Newscast is a production of the Arcadian Vanguard Podcast Network.